Hi there everybody, just getting ready for the class today. If you could make sure you've got some water handy, your cushion for your breath work or your relaxation at the end, also your mat handy. If you've got any blocks or cushions, they would be useful too. They're a bit of modification in our kind of warm up. And also if you've got a wee chair handy for people who would normally not do inverted postures, for instance the downward dog or the crane, you just come up gently onto a chair, just hands on a chair for what we'll be doing later on, but I'll remind you of that. But it's good if you've got a wee chair handy. Also when we're doing the standing hamstrings, that's when we need a wee bit of support of either a chair or some blocks or some cushions. But if that's a bit much for you to do the standing version, then get a wee chair handy just now, so that you can do it leaning on the chair rather than have to come right down towards the floor if you tend to get a wee bit dizzy. So enjoy the class today. We're going to have our warm up and then we're going to do the warrior flow. So we've got a wee bit of something of the stuff we did last week in, and then we're going to take it into a nice sequence. So if you haven't done last week's, then I'm going to suggest you have a wee look at that one first. I will do a wee bit of revision of the warriors and I'll do each part separately and then we'll put it all together. So I hope you enjoy it. It's all about strength, it's all about being warriors, being strong, trying to be determined, just feeling that lovely strength beneath us and just grounding and just trying to get a strength out of this. The warriors are a lovely strong posture, and please go to where you want to be with it, okay? Please listen to your body and modify, because you're responsible. I can't be responsible for this, so if you decide to do the class, you're the responsible ones, because I can't see you to give you any extra guidance. But loads of you've got loads of experience anyway, and I've got real confidence in you that you'll do your usual modifications and things. So good luck with it. I've plenty of water ready, and just enjoy the class, okay? Listen to your body, so you know that as always, okay? Just going to start off with a little warm up. So what I would really like to do with the warm up is just get our bodies prepared, and where you have to, just bring in your own wee modifications even to the warm up, okay? So we're just going to start with this lovely breathing in and out. We're going to widen the feet. Bring the left arm up in front and breathing out. Right arm in front and breathing out. Always breathing in as we come up and out, remember, and always breathing out as we come down and in. And just alternating a hand that's in front. And all we're doing here is just softening into the knees, softening into the hips, and just getting some movement through the shoulders for what's ahead. And now we're just going to warm up that spine. So this time as we come down, bring the right hand in front, coming up, I'm going to uncurl. I'm going to suggest you keep your eyes open for this, and breathing out. Coming down again. I'm going to uncurl from the base, and bring the head up last. And just making sure that your feet are in a lovely alignment with the knees, and really just try to focus on uncurling. It's quite a challenge on the core and the balance, so if it's a wee bit much for any of you, just do this again, just come up like that if that suits you better. But it's a lovely one just to get the energy flowing through the spine. So keeping the chin nice and relaxed and gently uncurling, and again just alternating between the left and the front, the left and the right, just coming up. So the right hand's in front, just come down, and the left hand's in front, breathing in and breathing out. And just one more of those. Tucking that chin in, stretching through the spine. Keeping the eyes open, and just going into warrior one. Come down again, keeping the toes out in alignment with the knees, so that if the knees are bending, they're almost covering the toes. So as we come down, so we're not wanting the toes forward, we want them out at a wee angle. What we're going to do is we're going to go into the warrior. Breathing in breathing out. Breathing in, going off to your left. And just turning that back heel away and just pivoting on the foot. Now you can uncurl if you like, or you can just keep it nice and simple like I'm doing. Just being aware of that knee not going to be on the ankle, pulling the back foot back, and just coming to the front again with the toes, and flowing down. Going to the opposite side. Bringing the left heel back, turning the right foot round. Really warming into the hips now. Being aware of this arm not dropping down, it can happen quite easily. Do it myself sometimes, just being aware of the knee being above the ankle and this heel being back. Okay, and keep that nice and strong. Just one more each side of those. Just flowing down, uncurling if you like, and going off to the right. Turning the foot to the front, flowing down, bending the knees, left arm in front and going off to the left. Okay, so it's just a nice warm up for us. Keeping the feet nice and wide again, we're just going to get those arms moving. So we're just going to bring our arms to the opposite side of the body. Just keep going with that on your own. Just bringing it up and bringing arms across. And then just beginning to get into the knees a wee bit more. Just bring the arms, bring them to centre, then bring them back and forward. Okay, so bringing it over here, bringing it back, and just going with your own flow. And just moving your body whatever way is for you now. Just bring the hips in, bring the arms in, bring them high, bring them up to meet above the head if you like. We will be doing in our warrior two. And just go with your own flow. Go into the hips, the knees, the ankles and the feet. Just go on with your own flow. And then just a wee roll into the shoulders. Lovely, well done. It's a gentle one that, but it's got a busy one as well. And then just a wee twist into the spine. Just gently working your way up. Just bring that up, well done. So bending into the knees, the feet are about hip width. And we'll bring that up to the rib cage. And just let the head go with the movement of the body. If you feel a wee bit dizzy today or high blood pressure or just tend to get a wee bit dizzy, then just keep the head to the front. This is great just for energising the body. If you're feeling a bit sluggish, it's a really good one. Feeling a bit fed up emotionally, physically, then it's gentle music. But if this kind of thing's for you, then just put a choice of music that you like. So you could really brighten it up and just do whatever's for you. Okay. Now we're going to go in, just feel a bit of movement into the back of the heels already. We're going to go into a movement through the soleus muscle behind the heels. So we're going to go to hip width apart. Just for those who haven't been doing yoga for very long and have just started, we're just going to the hip width apart, which means we're turning the left heel in towards the right foot and then we're pivoting round so that it's a distance of 2 fists between the feet. Okay? Just bringing the hands up. The soleus muscles are just going into the backs of the heels, so you should feel them, bringing the hands out. Breathing in, bringing the hands back in that in-breath. Turning the palms, breathing out. Breathing in. And out. Well done, just bring it up, extending the arms in front and an in-breath, drawing the elbows back close to the body, breathing out, just bringing it down. Well done, now this time, we're going to go down, we're going to stay down, so that's comfortable for you. I'm going to bring the arms in, I'm going to draw the hands down, I'm going to extend the arms out, breathing in, drawing the elbows back close to the body, breathing out, feel the feet completely grounded, breathing in, continuing the in-breath, drawing the elbows behind, breathing out. You'll feel the quadriceps working, so if this isn't for you, knee issues, just bring it up and change it to this one. So you've just got one foot in front of the other and just transfer the weight to the back and just bend both knees. So if you've got serious knee issues, that would be too tricky for you, please be aware, stop if there's anything bothering you, and this is good as well. The other one's just a wee bit more challenging. So all we're doing is hip width apart, one foot back and transferring the weight onto the back foot. So really being aware of that. And then coming forward and swapping, hip width apart, dropping the heel down, not too far apart, and just transferring the weight to the back of the body, not letting the body flow forward, and just getting a wee stretch. Okay, just to prepare us for what's ahead, as we work into them at the chain of the heart. Great. We're going to come up now. Now get a wee drink of water, and then we're going to do a hamstring stretch. So if you're wanting to lie in your mat for your hamstring stretch, it's one where you just lie flat on the mat, you loop the scarf underneath the foot, and you extend the leg up, just like this with the scarf underneath the foot, and just lower it down, and then you do the other side. Now when you're doing that, I probably disappeared there, but when you're doing that, be aware of the core being engaged so as your back's really well supported the full time. Okay, this is the one where you might want some blocks or some cushions to support you. So if I was to pop some cushions down here, it takes less pressure off, it takes pressure off me if I'm trying to keep my balance while I'm doing my hamstring stretch. You won't enjoy the stretch if you're worrying about your balance, okay? So to move them aside just for a moment, that's what you may need. You decide, you might need blocks, you might need, this is where we might need a wee chair in front of you. So all we're going to do is step forward with your right foot and cross it over the left and just place it the other side, whatever's comfortable for you. You're going to breathe in and breathe out, just flow forward. Bring the palms down towards the feet and let the arms relax where they want to be. If I was doing this, if I was you doing this, I would let the neck and shoulders relax. I would keep my eyes open as well, especially when I'm coming up. And if I'm feeling shaky at all, that's when you can have some cushions in front and just relax onto the cushions or something even a wee bit more stable if you've got blocks. You're stretching through the hamstrings of the back leg. And then to come up from that, you're just going to bend your knees and step out. It's going to be hip width apart again. I'm just going to go the other way this time. Breathing in and breathing out. Feel a nice stretch on the other side. I get distracted with the cushion there, so you know, if we're at different sides, don't worry about it, okay? And just letting the head relax down, the neck relax down. Feel a nice stretch through the lower back as well. Feel that nice stretch in the hamstrings. Go where you want to go with that stretch, just breathing in and breathing out, just relaxing into that stretch. Please don't be under any pressure with balance, and if you are putting your hands in the legs anywhere, rest them above the knee or on the shin. That would be ideal, just to do it that way. As I say, relax the head down if you can. Just gently bend the knees and step out back to hip width. I'm just going to move those cushions away. I'm going to have a wee stretch into the gastrocnemius of the left leg and also the hip flexor of the left leg. Okay, so we're just going to breathe in, breathe out, just flow forward. Now we need to make sure our toes are facing this way, our core's nicely engaged. So breathe in and breathe out. Draw the core up, Gently, in that out breath. Feel nice and strong. Both feet are facing this way. Both feet are nicely grounded and just flowing forward. Just feeling the stretch here and into the gastrocnemius at the back. Now, if you're not feeling the stretch in here, it might be that your feet aren't wide enough, the distance between the back and the front foot. Or it might be that your foot's facing towards me when it should be facing this way. So if you're not feeling anything, lift it up, turn it, drop it down. Feel this stretch here. You need to be aware of the knee as well at the front. Not putting any pressure in that knee. So this is the one you could do on the chair as well. You're sitting on the edge of the chair. Ladies who come to the class know this. You sit on the edge of the chair, front foot in a wee block, side of the chair, back supported, buttock supported, and you just stretch the leg back that way at the side of the chair. Okay, and then coming forward with that. So we're going to go to the other side. So if you were on a chair, the chair would be here, you'd be sitting down and you'd be stretching back like that. You'd be nicely supported by the back of the chair and the base of the chair. Okay, so turning round again, breathing in, breathing out, core nicely engaged. Okay, and just relax into that nice stretch. So feel the toes both looking this way, core's nicely engaged, knee not going beyond ankle, feet nicely grounded. Feel the stretch in here and feel the stretch going into the gastrocnemius at the back. Okay, then breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Just relax into that stretch. Breathing in and just breathing out. Feeling that nice stretch here and a nice stretch into the calf at the back. So now I'm going to suggest you maybe drink of water, maybe shake through, and just think about whether when we go into our warrior and warrior 3 we're going to be balancing in one leg, whether you're going to need a chair to come down onto. Now we won't all be doing that, it'll just be up to you how you feel about that, and obviously I'll give you modifications and contra-indicated people for that as well, so don't worry about any of that. But if you have to get a wee chair handy, go for it, and if you want to get your blanket and your cushion nice and handy for the relaxation, you can do that as well. We're keeping the mat as it is. You should be able to do the full version of the warrior flow on the mat just as it is. Okay, so just get yourselves organised, and then I'll introduce you to the different parts of the warrior flow, and then I'll show you the full sequence, and we can try it together as we go. And I hope you enjoy it. I hope it makes you feel really strong at a time like this. Okay, it's hard going, but the yoga is going to be good for us. The yoga is really good for us. Okay.